We are talking about blood pressure and alcohol, and more specifically, what actually happens to your blood pressure when you drink alcohol. This is not about rumors, myths, or social media soundbites. This is about what cardiologists and scientific research are telling us and why this information truly matters for your long-term health. Nearly half of American adults are living with hypertension or high blood pressure. That is an astonishing number when you stop and think about it. For many people, managing blood pressure becomes a daily mental exercise. Foods and drinks get sorted into categories: good for my heart and things I should probably avoid. Berries, green tea, leafy vegetables, nuts, those usually go into the safe category. Sugary drinks, ultra-processed snacks, and fatty meats often land in the limit or avoid pile. Over time, following a heart-healthy lifestyle becomes almost automatic. You no longer have to think twice about every bite or sip. But even for people who are careful and informed, confusion still exists. Eggs are a classic example. Are they good or bad for blood pressure? And then there is alcohol, perhaps one of the most misunderstood substances when it comes to heart health. Many of us have heard the claim that red wine is good for the heart. Some people even treat it as a health food. But is that really true? And what about beer, cocktails, or spirits? Today, we are going to break all of this down clearly, calmly, and based on expert medical insight. Before we go any further, if you find content like this helpful, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to the channel. It helps us reach more people who want reliable, science-based health information. And if you would like to read the source or original article that inspired today's discussion, you'll find the link in the description below. Now, let's get into what actually happens inside your body when you drink alcohol. According to Dr. Mark Houston, a cardiologist and chair for cardiovascular education at the American Academy of Anti-Aging Medicine, alcohol raises blood pressure shortly after you consume it. This is not a subtle effect, and it's not limited to heavy drinking. Even moderate amounts can trigger measurable changes in your cardiovascular system. This view is reinforced by Dr. Gary McGowan, a medical doctor and nutritionist specializing in preventative cardiology. He explains that when we drink alcohol, the body activates its stress response, commonly known as the fight or flight reaction. This response increases heart rate and causes blood vessels to narrow. When blood vessels constrict and the heart pumps faster, blood pressure naturally rises. So right away, alcohol puts your cardiovascular system into a more stressful state. Your heart works harder, your vessels tighten, and pressure increases. For someone who already has hypertension or is at risk, this short-term spike can be especially problematic. But the story doesn't end there. Alcohol does not only raise blood pressure temporarily. When consumed regularly, it can lead to sustained, long-term increases in blood pressure. Both cardiologists agree on this point. Repeated activation of the stress response damages blood vessels over time. Alcohol also contributes to fluid and sodium retention in the body. Dr. McGowan uses a powerful analogy to explain this. Imagine a closed plumbing system. When you add more water into that system without increasing its capacity, the pressure inside the pipes rises. In the human body, alcohol has a similar effect. More fluid, tighter vessels, and ongoing stress responses all combine to elevate blood pressure over the long term. Scientific research strongly supports this explanation. Multiple large studies covering more than 19,000 participants have shown that people who consume alcohol daily have higher blood pressure than those who do not drink at all. This is not an isolated finding, it's a consistent pattern observed across populations. There's another important mechanism at play as well, and it often gets overlooked. Alcohol consumption can increase visceral fat, the type of fat that accumulates deep inside the abdomen around vital organs. This is not the same as the fat you can pinch under the skin. Visceral fat is metabolically active and promotes inflammation throughout the body. Inflammation is a key driver of high blood pressure. When inflammation increases, blood vessels become less flexible and more resistant to normal blood flow. Over time, this contributes to chronic hypertension. Research has shown that even moderate alcohol consumption can lead to increases in visceral fat, which means the risk is not limited to heavy drinkers. At this point, some of you may be thinking, okay, I understand beer and liquor, but what about red wine? This is where one of the most persistent myths needs to be addressed. red wine is often praised for containing resveratrol, a powerful antioxidant found in grape skins. Resveratrol has been linked to certain cardiovascular benefits in laboratory and observational studies. However, according to Dr. Houston, the alcohol content in red wine outweighs any potential benefit from resveratrol when it comes to blood pressure. In simple terms, red wine still raises blood pressure in the same way as other alcoholic beverages. The presence of antioxidants does not cancel out the physiological effects of ethanol. Dr. Houston is very clear on this point. Red wine is not good for heart health if your goal is managing blood pressure. If you want the benefits of resveratrol, there's a far better option. Eat red grapes. You get the antioxidant without exposing your cardiovascular system to alcohol-induced stress. Dr. McGowan reinforces this message by explaining that ethanol is the active ingredient responsible for alcohol's impact on blood pressure. Ethanol is present in all alcoholic drinks, wine, beer, spirits, and cocktails alike. From the perspective of blood pressure, the body doesn't care whether ethanol comes from a craft beer or a premium glass of wine. Calories can play an indirect role as well. Alcoholic drinks that are high in calories can contribute to weight gain, which in turn raises blood pressure. But even when calories are controlled, ethanol itself remains the primary driver of increased blood pressure. Frequency and quantity matter, but no form of alcohol is truly neutral. This brings us to an uncomfortable but important question. Is there a safe way to drink alcohol without affecting your blood pressure? According to Dr. Houston, the honest answer is no. Alcohol is simply not good for heart health, especially if we're concerned about hypertension. Dr. McGowan agrees, stating that for most individuals, the less alcohol consumed, the better. That said, if someone chooses to drink, moderation is critical. The American Heart Association recommends limiting alcohol intake to no more than 1 drink per day for women and no more than 2 drinks per day for men. Even within these limits, however, there's no guarantee that blood pressure will remain unaffected. The most heart-friendly approach is to treat alcohol as an occasional indulgence rather than a regular habit. Save it for special occasions, explore alcohol-free alternatives. Many people find that once they reduce or eliminate alcohol, their blood pressure improves, their sleep quality increases, and their overall energy levels rise. In closing, the relationship between alcohol and blood pressure is far clearer than many of us have been led to believe. Alcohol raises blood pressure in the short term, contributes to sustained hypertension over time, increases inflammation through visceral fat, and does so regardless of whether it comes from wine, beer, or spirits. If you care about your heart, and especially if you're managing high blood pressure, this is information worth taking seriously. Small lifestyle choices repeated over time have enormous consequences for long-term health. If you found this breakdown helpful, please like the video and subscribe to the channel for more evidence-based health discussions. And remember, if you want to read the original source article, the link is waiting for you in the description below. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.